What's up, YouTube? I want to make this video today to show you the tube bender setup that I bought from JD Squared. I ended up over the course of a year saving up for different components to put together essentially a Model 32 tube bender along with their electric hydraulic setup. So I'm going to go through this video and kind of just show you the unboxing of all the parts I have, a quick kind of assembly and putting together what we can for now, and also just like a quick rundown of what I'm planning to use it for in the upcoming projects that we have. And make sure that if you haven't already, you click the subscribe button and you make sure to like this video. Alright, so now we'll just briefly go through what came in all these boxes. So first, what we have here is our die for 1.5 inch tube. It's a 4.5 inch center line radius. It's just how tight the circle is. I don't know exactly what the CLR stands for. And I believe it is over a 90 degree. I actually don't remember because I bought this. This was like part of the first thing I bought over a year ago, so I'll check into that. In this box here, we have like the whole frame for the Model 32 bender. So yeah, basically the whole assembly, and then you buy the dies per what you need. We have a hydraulic cylinder that JD Squared sells. We have this adapter here to connect the hydraulic cylinder to the Model 32 bender. And then we have the power unit here, which you connect to the hydraulic cylinder, and it plugs into 112 voltage. It has this controller here, so basically instead of manually, here, let's just focus in on that. Instead of manually bending, you essentially just are pushing these buttons, and the hydraulic cylinder will do the work for you. Then this also is a pretty cool just like degree indicator that JD Squared sells. Well, it actually just came with the Model 32. And I have this stand as well, which I think what I'm going to end up having to do, which I probably won't show in this video, but I think what I'll have to do is find a way to mount this power unit onto the bottom of the stand and then put it all on wheels, because I do not want to permanently bolt to the floor. So I kind of want to have this to be able to wield around, and I think if the power unit is placed correctly, this guy, I think if we place it correctly, I'll be able to counter the balance, and it should be fine without being bolted on the floor. And I won't really be yanking on it like why you would also need to bolt it to the floor, so that you could pull on it. With the hydraulic cylinder, it's just going to be exerting the force on the bender, so there's nothing really needed for the floor as far to anchor it in. So from here, I think I'll still assemble the frame and just kind of show you guys quickly how it's put together. And then I think that's all we'll really call it for the video. I just thought you guys will all find it kind of interesting, the new machinery we're buying for the shop. We'll use it primarily to start to bend this 1.5 inch EMT conduit in our next cooling video for the Beetle. Basically, that'll be the hard lines from around the front tires to the rear tires, and we'll use soft lines to connect to the motor and the radiator. But that's the first thing we'll use the tube bender for, but we'll also be able to use it, that's like a completely normal side for things like roll bars and bumpers, brush guards, and stuff like that. So we'll probably do some other projects along the way using the tube bender, but it was initially honestly kind of like an overpriced tool that I want to get to future-proof. But basically, we're going to start just by bending up EMT conduit, which there are plenty of cheaper tools to do it with. But I'm thinking long-term for the shop and for ratchet motors as a whole. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead with putting this all together. But I may potentially need to take it, go backwards a little bit when I decide to make my stand, depending on how I put it all together. I was actually curious if you guys could, in the comments below, tell me what you guys think about having it, the bender mounted horizontally, like something like you'd see here, or vertically, which some people do. If you think of like the, I think it's Rogue Fabrication, they have a vertically mounted tube bender. So if any of you guys are familiar with that, just let me know below what you guys think between horizontally or vertically mounting the bender, because if I make my own stand, I have the option to do either. Alright, I didn't realize we stopped filming there. So all that I really did was I added on this guy, which is just a nut on the bottom side of the plate, and it just has this other frame which goes together the exact same way the main frame does. This is a little tight, so I might need to just like Scotch Brite it. See, there's just another, come on, another frame here that we just bolted together as well. Just slides in here, and they're coming together with this rod, which is starting to get a little bit easier. But so here is assembled. Like, I won't be using, normally you see like a ratchet handle for people to pull, but because I have the hydraulic cylinder, it'll actually thread into here. And I don't have it out of packaging it. But so the cylinder will essentially thread into here and push the bar rather than me having to manually move it. So that's a really nice upgrade. Alright, so as you can tell, this is a relatively easy assembly to put together. I'm really excited to have this in the shop now. It's an awesome tool to add to our arsenal. Really the only things left to make this functional would be, like I was mentioning before, to include our hydraulic cylinder here, which can actually actuate the arm for bending, and we would put our die in the actual bender, which I can just show you real quick. The die would essentially sit on use the same pin again as its pivot, and would bend across here. So there we have it, the Model 32 tube bender from JD Squared is fully assembled. I've even put the die in here just so you guys can kind of see how this all works. But we're not going to run it today. This was really just to show you guys all how it put together and everything. I thought, you know, for any of you other DIYers out there, weekend warriors, you know, this is pretty popular tube bender for kind of like your introductory to intermediate budget level tube bender. So I thought you guys would appreciate it as much as I was just kind of seeing how this. It's a very nice assembly, very robust, very sturdy, well machined. I'm really happy to start using this on our EMT conduit to do our hard lines for the Super Beetle over here. So with all that, thank you for viewing. Again, if you guys have any preference on what you guys think how the tube bender should be mounted, I currently have it on the JD Squared stand. I'm just a little hesitant because it doesn't feel as secure as I would like, as stable as I would like for actually bending once you have a little more weight on here. So I'll either probably make, you know, kind of keep most of this, but put it on a rolling cart, or actually, you know, twist it on its axis and make it into a vertical tube bender. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of that. And other than that, you know, thank you for viewing. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more content. The next video we're going to have coming out very soon is the exhaust for the Super Beetle. Make sure you hit the like button if you like the video. I hope to see you again soon.